know this wasn't the video that I said I was going to make at the end of the last video, but I was going through the homelab subreddit today, and I came across another question about what is the correct operating system to run in your home lab. Now, the answer to that question is there is no correct operating system. It all depends on what you're trying to accomplish. If you're home labbing for the sake of it, then you can use anything. If you're home labbing because you want to learn some technologies, then you have a little bit. Then you have to make a few more choices. If you're home labbing because you want to learn Windows technologies, then obviously Windows is the operating system that you need to run. If you're home labbing because you just want to learn some modern cloud technologies, for example, configuration management and orchestration, things of that sort, then Linux is your answer. You can run a Windows home lab just using the 90-day trial of Windows Server, and basically you just keep installing it every time your 90-day trial is over. There used to be a package that Microsoft offered for about $500 a year that would let you get tons of Windows software that you can try out. There's still the Action Pack last I checked. If you're a business, there's DreamSpark if you're a student, and there's still MSDN, which is ridiculously expensive. Which means most people run Linux. This itself comes with a bunch of choices. You can run Debian derivatives, you can run Arch derivatives, you can run Red Hat derivatives. The choice there is basically up to you. Now, what I would recommend is that if you're new to Linux in general, you should stick to the Debian or Red Hat based distributions. I support. There are tons of community-driven forums on the internet, and a quick Google search will usually get you the answer to the question that you need. Another reason to use Linux is, well, it's free. Some distributions like Ubuntu offer a paid support model, which is actually relatively cheap, about $10 per year per machine. But for the most part, it's a wide open ecosystem. However, I would recommend that you stick to Red Hat-based systems or Debian-based systems, like Ubuntu. Ubuntu is the most popular Linux distribution currently on the market. These operating systems are quite easy to install, similar to installing an application on a Windows machine. If you're feeling adventurous, you can try something like Arch. And if you're feeling extremely adventurous, you can skip Linux altogether and go to BSD land and install something like FreeBSD. When it comes to virtualization, you can go to the Windows route and use Hyper-V. Another very popular choice would be VMware. VMware makes a free edition, but it's quite feature limited. Another solid choice would be Xen. However, in the past, even though I was a Xen user, I stopped using it because essentially the development is slowed. My hypervisor of choice is KVM because it's free, it's powerful, and lots of large infrastructure organizations such as DigitalOcean use it to run their platforms. In the end, home labbing is all about experimentation. I've tried most of these technologies myself, but I've settled on Linux and KVM because it does what I needed to do. Also, it has really great integration with tools like Ansible and Foreman. So go ahead, give them all a shot, make your own decisions. But as for this video, I'm going to call it an end.